Alright, it's Wednesday, October 21st, and I am headed down into the same spot I was opening day of archery season, down on this brook run. I haven't been back down here since that morning, and I came down yesterday and finally checked my cameras, which I haven't checked any cameras for like 3 weeks, but I went and checked cameras, and this was the only spot that I had daytime pictures of a couple nice 8-pointers crossing this brook run and going up and down it. But the spot that I'm going to go sit on is probably a little over 100 yards back upstream up the brook, and there's a nice crossing there. I've got my mobile set up with me, so I'm just going to go jump up in the tree, and I'll probably get a couple hours of daylight. I just got out of work, so I'll go jump in a tree and hopefully see one of these big boys. I can't even get to my spot. I've already got deer in the way. I ended up just walking out in the road and scaring that doe off. I just slowly walked towards her and she kind of just hopped off. She wasn't really too freaked out, but I got down here on the brook run and got set up. But I got about a 2 or 3 mile an hour southwest wind, which is perfect. It's blowing right up this brook run, and that's where I'm expecting the deer to come from, is downstream from me. So I've had a trail camera set up right down here in front of me about 30 yards, and that's where I got those daytime pictures of those 8-pointers. So I might try grunting a little bit tonight and see if I can get one of them coming to me. I don't have very much daylight left now, but I got plenty of cover. I should be able to see them coming before they see me moving or anything, so I'm going to sit tight and see what happens, I guess. I just had a coyote come through. I looked back over my left shoulder and I could see him coming from 100 yards away. But when I stopped him, he didn't stop for very long, and before I could get my sights on him, he started kind of trotting along again. So I picked another spot between the trees and just took a shot at him while he was trotting along, but I didn't hit him. But I probably did lose an arrow, so that sucks. Well, just about out of legal shooting light, so I didn't see anything other than that coyote, so I guess I'm going to get down and go try to find my arrow and get out of here. But I'm probably going to leave my mobile set up right in this tree, and if I have time after work this week, I'll probably come back down here and sit on this run. But I'm going to get out of here, I guess. I found my arrow. Excellent. Alright, it's Thursday, October 22nd. It's about probably a little bit after 3:30. I just got out of work. I'm headed back down to where I was last night. And I'm going to sit till dark and hope one of those bucks makes his way up that trail along the brook there. So I'm going to sneak down in here and get up in the tree, and hopefully we see some more deer than we did last night. I didn't see any deer out of the stand, just that coyote, so jumped deer on the way in and on the way out. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I jumped that same deer that I saw on the way in. I jumped her right in the same spot. She must have just ran off a little bit and came right back out, but I got up to the Jeep and there was one standing literally 30 feet behind the Jeep, and I didn't see what it was. I just saw a tail, and then I looked up and saw a deer taking off. So I'm going to sneak down in here and What was that? Let's sneak down in here and get up in the tree and hopefully shoot some deer tonight. I just hit a grunt call a couple times, and I was standing up in my stand, looking back over to my left, and a buck just came out of this thick stuff back to over my right shoulder. And by the time I heard him and realized that I turned around, he was about 20 yards away, and I could just see his legs and one of his antlers through the trees. But it was one of those 8-pointers that I had on camera. But I just froze. I couldn't even turn the camera on or anything. And I heard him turn, and he kind of walked back up to where he came from. By the time I turned around and I hit the grunt call again and got the camera turned on, he was 50, 60 yards away, and he just kept going. But I don't think he smelled me, and I don't think he really, I think he might have seen me up here, but he didn't really know what I was, which is fine because I'm going to take my stand down tonight and probably set it up somewhere else, well, on a different tree at least, next time I come down in here. But that sucks. So close. I ended up packing it up and getting out of there. I know that buck didn't smell me because the wind was blowing total opposite direction from where he came, and he didn't freak out. I think he must have saw me standing up in the tree. He must have saw me like turn my head and look at him or something, but he ended up just kind of turning off, and I could hear him kind of just walk off quickly. And by the time I turned around, he was probably 50, 60 yards away, like I said, and all I could see was his tail and his antlers going up through the trees. And I hit the grunt call a couple more times, and he just kept on going. So I'm probably going to go back down in there and try it again sometime. Tomorrow morning, Kyle and I are actually going to go run the dogs and try to get a bear. We got 1 week left of bear hunting with dogs, and we haven't been for 2 or 3 weeks. Kyle's truck was broke down for a little while there, and we just got it fixed again. So we're going to get out and do that in the morning and hopefully have a little more eventful day. I should have had it done today, but I just was in the wrong position at the wrong time. But I'm headed up to Chuck's right now to have an after hunt beverage and shoot the breeze, and hopefully something good happens tomorrow. Messed them. There you go, still right there. It's right there on the corner.